Girl Man #slay, the account where I play different types of EBOY champs where I'm trying to reach master to see if they really are more skilled than EGIRL champs. This time I actually got mid, which means I will of course pick Zed. And now we're in high elo. Look at all these shiny golds. And in gold fashion, of course, we have a Fiesta level 1. But that also gave us 2 kills to our ADC, so we got a pretty good start. And my first opponent was versus Mel, and somehow, even though I missed that first Q, I still managed to get an even trade versus her. And then she got pretty low, so if I use my shadow, make sure to wait with my Q so that they surely hit her. Now she's still pretty low and she has no mana, so if I just hit this next combo, she will surely die. She's still pretty low, so I see that Diana is in the river, so I'll ping her so that she can see that Mel is low, so I wait to use my shadow for her to come. Then as she's busy with Ringer, so I'll just use it anyway to get some damage done. But now she's on her way, but I have nothing. I don't know how I'm supposed to help you. Anyway. Then I managed to get a good trade versus her, and now she doesn't have her W. So if I wait for my shadow cooldown, I can shadow on top of her and ult her. And she dies. Just like that. And I start to play more aggressive because I know I'm stronger than her. So I manage to force her flash. Then she gets close to my shadow, so I teleport back, try to kill her, wait for the Q, and she dies again. And she starts to get pretty impatient, just throwing all her abilities around, hitting nothing. So I get a decent trade again. I see that I also have my ult up soon, so I go back to ult her, wait with my Q for her W, and miss them. And I died. But it's okay. Mistakes happen. I just have to pick it up from here. And she just bullies me. She just deals so much damage. I don't want to be in lane anymore. I'll go bot lane. They're having a fight. I can see if I can pick up a kill. Maybe 2 if I'm lucky. Ringer's really low. So I ult him, use my whole combo, and surely he will die. He was so low that I didn't even bother to use Ignite. But it's okay. Now I have Eclipse. Ringer is alone on bot, so surely this time I'm able to kill him. If I just remember to use Ignite and hit my Q, it's okay. I still have Shadow. He flashed and ults away. It's okay. But then he types this in chat. And something just triggered inside of me. I didn't want to win this game anymore. I just wanted one thing: to get revenge. And that I did. And it felt so good. And then it was time for a teamfight to prove my skills. So I used my shadow to jump on top of Mel, ult her, use my E, wait for her W before I Q, kill her, and then use my shadow to go back for a perfect assassination. Just as I had planned. And my team was pretty strong at this point, but I feel like I couldn't really keep up with them, no matter what. I felt pretty weak. And then I pressed tab, and I saw that our set support had the same amount of farm as me and the ADC. And that's when I realized that I had focused on the completely wrong things this game. I had only trying to use my mechanics to get kills and get gold from there. But since I'm new at said, I don't know the mechanics. I don't know how to perform the perfect combo, so I should just focus on minions and farm so I can get gold, and then my mechanics won't matter. I will just do damage anyway. And 2 minutes later I had completely forgot that thought, trying to kill Malphite once again. And if I just used my shadow, I would have been able to escape. And after I died, my team just took a really bad fight that we lost. And then we took another bad fight. And another bad fight. So that they even got Elder. And at this point, I wasn't really sure if we were able to win. I mean, they had a really strong ADC that I couldn't kill. I couldn't do my job to actually shut them down. So I didn't feel too great about what was going on. But then, this one fight changed it all. And even though I died, my team was still 4v3. And even though enemy team had Elder, we managed to win a fight. And then we won the game. Just like that. The next game I just had to pick Zed again. I wasn't satisfied with my gameplay and I was starting to warm up with the mechanics, so it will be fine. And then we find Malzahar walking up in our jungle really early, so we try to kill him, but our damage is not enough. But we get a decent amount of poke on him, and he doesn't have time to recall. So I have a pretty good advantage so far. And I managed to force his flash really early, which is nice. He's still really low, so if I just shadow and then flash on top of him, he's dead. Oh my god. Yeah. But it's okay, I just have to keep on trying. This is how we learn new champs. This is how we improve at the game. With the help of Trundle, we might be able to kill him here. Come on, Trundle! Just like that. If I just can't wait for my shadow. And while me and Trundle are fighting for our lives, or Kaisa just freaks out in the chat. Even though that incident happened earlier, it's fine. We can still win this game. And then I press tab.
Nice game! Nice game!
At this point I'm trying to just keep up in farm, trying not to fall too behind, but Kaisa just won't stop talking in the chat. And then Trundle gets close and he pings that he's on his way. So I waste my shadow pretty early and then I kinda panic because he's getting close. So I ult him even though I know I'm gonna die. Not the best decision on my part, but we still got the kill, right? And we are still playing gold, so it's fine. Anything can happen. If I can manage to get the shutdown on this Tristana, it's fine. We still got the kill. At this point, I'm starting to lose hope in this game, but I just keep telling myself it's fine. Keep up with the farming so that you can get some gold and so that you can get some items so that you maybe can be useful and maybe be able to kill someone later. And then I find Tristana really low, so I ult her, hoping for the best, trying to get a kill. Don't know if it's worth it, but I still got the gold. And the game is starting to become pretty rough. We just take every fight we see without even think about what we're doing. I'm trying to help my team. Irelia is pretty low, so if I ult her, surely she will just die? and then we're out. Honestly, at this point, we are trying our hardest to defend versus the enemies, to try to stick in the game as long as we could, but in the end, it's useless. They just walk into our base, kill us, push the towers, and just finish the game. We only have one more game left of the placement, and luckily I got mid again, thankfully, and then our ADC writes this, which was very positive, so I knew I had to spread some positivity right back at him. And then I see that we are pretty much full AD, and I freak out. I don't have a lot of AP champs, so I just end up picking a Kali, so congratulations, you're now an EBOY champ. And then early game, Shaco got invaded, and he just like gave up. He didn't even try. And then the fiesta continued in the jungle, so I run to help my Shaco trying to survive from the Amumu, and I managed to get a kill. And in gold fashion, the fiesta in the jungle just keeps on going 5 minutes into the game. And I don't think Blood is really an easy matchup versus Akali. I know that I didn't play everything perfect in lane. I could have gone more aggressive when he didn't have his pull up, but it's easy to say that in hindsight. And then I saw Twitch running down mid, so I got really confused and pressed tab.
Nice game! Nice game!
But it's okay, me and Shake are surprisingly working well together, and we're managing to get a kill here and there. And the only fed person on the enemy team is Tristana at this point, so I'm sure me and Shake will be able to take care of her later on. And after that I run bot, so that I can try to get the shutdown together with Lulu. I'd say it's worth it. And I just keep going bot with Lulu at this point. And because I got exhausted, it doesn't die from Q Storm Surge, so I have to use my second R to kill him instead of just jumping away, unfortunately. And then I press tab again to see a Thornmail Twitch that then sells his item to buy normal ADC items again. But me and Lulu, we are working hard, trying to keep up in this game, shutting down Tristana again and again. And then we somehow got a pretty decent fight going on, where we actually managed to catch 2 people off guard. And at this point I'm really trying to keep us as long as we can in this game. And I'm pretty strong, so I managed to get a kill. After a kill. And after a kill. While I have been trying really hard focusing on all these kills and shutdowns, their Blood has just been free farming and just kills us all. And I beg of Lulu to please get heal reduction. I'm a Kali, I can't. But she just buys all items she shouldn't, so even Twitch says, just let it go. And that's kind of what I had to do. And I would try my hardest one last fight. But it wasn't enough. Their Vladimir just got too strong, and in the end he got a pentakill and killed everyone. And after that, they just ended the game. which makes me start in bronze 1 with 97 LP.